Hey there! Today I'm going to show you how to make water kefir. It is a fantastic probiotic that I learned about a couple of weeks ago, and I am really needing to get rid of some of my little water kefir babies here because I have way too much. My family cannot drink this much water kefir, and I have about like 16 tablespoons of it now, so I need to get some out because I think they're really precious and I really want them to have a home. So today Twyla, who's sleeping, and I are going to show you how to make this stuff. So you're going to start with these water kefir grains. What you do is you put them into a container. So this is one that I have brewing right now. Fermenting, brewing, whatever word you want to use. So what you do is you add your kefir grains to the jar. You can start with however much you get. You can order these dried off of Amazon, or you can get some from a lovely friend like me. So what you do is you add your grains. If you have a tablespoon of them, or 2 tablespoons, then you're kind of going to go off of that amount. So we'll go off of 1 tablespoon today. Add your tablespoon of water kefir grains. Add a lemon wedge. Add a piece of dried fruit. So these are mangoes. You could use apricots, raisins. Just add a handful of something in there. Then you add molasses. So the sugars in all of this are what's going to feed your grains and keep them healthy and keep them going. And then you're going to add a tablespoon of sugar. So if you have 2 tablespoons of grains you're working with, then I would kind of stick with the same amount of the dried fruit, the lemons, and the molasses, and up your sugar a little bit. So 2 tablespoons of grains plus 2 tablespoons of sugar, gonna get you what you want. So then you're gonna mix that up so that the sugar can mix in with the grains and all of your little cultures get fed. And then you're gonna add some water. So if you have 1 tablespoon of grains and 1 tablespoon of sugar, then you're gonna add 1 cup of water to the mix. Stir it again, let it sit on the counter for somewhere between 12 and 48 hours, kind of depending on the amount of sunlight it's getting, the temperature of your home. The warmer it is, the more light this has, the faster it's going to brew. So when you cover it, you just use like a little coffee filter, let it sit on the counter until it is ready. You get to decide when. Don't let it sit for over 48 hours. You can drink it, but it tastes pretty weird. You want it to taste more mild and light, kind of like a light fruit pop. So once you have this fermented, brewed, you are going to take your bottle, the bottle of your choice. So you can use like a little mason jar type thing, or you could use a Grolsch beer bottle. My husband went to work this weekend drinking some of these for me so that I had more bottles. And what you're going to do is you are going to get a strainer, preferably plastic. You can use metal, but basically you're cautioned to not use metal throughout this process. I'm not sure why. Could be an old wives' tale. No clue. So take your little strainer, pour your water over the strainer into your next receptacle. Take out like the eggshell, the lemon, the fruit, and you're just going to have the liquid left. With the liquid, you're going to add in some fruit juice, any flavor you want, any kind you want. And then you can also add just some fresh fruit to that if you want to. Then you're going to take this, seal it up, but not too tight. Do not use the sealable tops, for instance, on these Grolsch bottles. Use like a piece of plastic or like cloth. Do not seal them. If you seal them, they can blow up, and I've blown up 4 already, and it is terrifying. So, you're going to let these, with the juice in them, sit on your counter till they're ready. Again, I always let mine sit overnight in the second fermentation with the juice in it, and then when you wake up in the morning, put it in the fridge, and then it will be ready to drink. You will have, once it's cold, a nice lightly carbonated little fruit drink. Tastes delicious. Fox even likes it. and then you start the whole process over again. So at that point, you'll have just your grains, which will be back in your jar, and then you will add all the ingredients again. You can do this over and over and over again. If you need to take a break, for instance, if you go on vacation or if your sister has a wedding, you will just do the process, get all of your liquid out of here, take the grains, and set them in the refrigerator until you come home. They can be in there for like up to 4 days without you doing anything with them. If you're going to leave them longer than that, then you probably want to freeze them. If you don't want to do either of those things, you can put them in a compost and you won't be able to continue the process. But it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Alright, so if you have questions, feel free to contact me. I'm happy to help. Like I said, do this at your own risk because I've only been doing it myself for a couple of weeks, but so far we love it. My husband and I drink it every day, and we sort of trick Fox into drinking it every once in a while too. So, thanks so much.